Welcome back to Henry's Garage. This here is the wiring element of the wiring loom for the heater for the blower, and we tried to get the blower working with this on it. Well, actually, first of all, we stripped down a blower to see why it wasn't working before and see if we can clean it up. Having done that, we realised it was working all the time and I'd connected it up incorrectly, and so we tried to connect it up with a wiring loom. You'll see how we get on. If you get to the end, do like, do subscribe, and do comment and help out if you can. Thanks. Bye. Right, we've got positive connected up to both sides. This should be like having it on 3, so full. There we go. So that one works without rheostat. Same setup for this one, and it doesn't. Okay, so we need to change that out. Okay, so this is a little bit frustrating. I'll swap the motors around. I've got this connected up here on one terminal. Let's just check what I actually do. Yep, got this one connected up here. Both of those are leading to my positive, and the negative is not turning it now. And I know not why. Right, I don't understand what's going on here because I've taken it out and that one doesn't work either now. So I think I'm going to try to take my original one apart, see if I can work out how to do it. I just can't see how to get this off at the moment. But I think I might try taking this apart and seeing if I can work out what's going on. Okay, so I've been trying to work out how this unit's put together, and I have seen a video which shows, but it's for a different type of Smith motor, for I think a TR7 or something, which shows a clip here which you have to take out first, and then the fan comes off and you can do stuff. I don't seem to be able to do that. I can't find any clip in here of any kind, so I don't think it's there. I think it's different. So I took this off here and I undid these bolts, and I've done a bit of cleaning, and you can see just here, I think. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 units joined together there. Okay, so I don't know if these tabs here, which have been knocked in, are knocked in after it's closed to hold it together, but I'm guessing not. I'm guessing that these bolts go in, okay, and they actually come, I've pushed them all the way down, as you can see. I've pushed them all the way out, but they were here, these 10mm bolts. And I'm now trying to decide if that's going to have screwed on or been pushed on, and I can't decide. So I've tried a bit of a twist and stuff like that, but not used a lot of force yet. I'm going to apply some WD-40 to see if anything in there would loosen it up a bit, and come back to it. Okay, so it's definitely coming apart here. So I've had this upside down in here like this, and using the Ujima flippy on here and just tapping it out, and slowly you can see that's coming, so I'm just going to keep doing that and get it out. Right, I don't know how much of that you could see with me lifting it up, but I've taken it off. So let's not try to break anything just yet, Henry. Can't get this back in already. That one needs to go in there. This one. Oof. Oh great, one out, the other in. Okay, got that back on like that correctly. I'm now never expected to get this far, to be honest, so I'm going to go have a look at videos on how you repair these motors. Okay, so here's where I am. I got my contacts off and cleaned up a little bit, but not too much, and I just got a bolt in between them to keep everything apart. These 4 washers all go on the end here. Okay, the 2 springs, these go on the bolts. The bolts. Now the clip for this bolt to hold it in place like that is snapped. It should be like this. That's all it does, is hold it in place. And so if I can get this back on, then all's good from that point of view. Now this has a kind of a ball thing inside that moves, so I can show you. Now, did you see how that's moved? So that's good. That's where it's meant to be. Needs greasing up, I think, so that it moves a bit more easily than that. But other than that, that's okay. Giving this a bit of a clean on the inside. What I can't work out how to do right now still is I can't work out how to get this fan off, so I need to get the bottom half off as well in order to be able to clean up the inside. And I just the only video I've been able to find shows that there's a clip, but it's not for this particular fan. It shows a clip here, and I cannot see a clip on there. So what I'm trying to work out is maybe if it's screwed on, it's a possibility. It turns with this shaft, so if I could hold that shaft, perhaps I could unscrew it. Or if it's just pressed on, in which case heating it up might do it. But I really can't tell which it is. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to try pressing this out, and I decided press fit is the most likely. So you can see just in there, there's my finger gone there. I'm just going to try to make it move that little bit initially. So we'll see how we get on. Right, at the moment that's clearly just bending the fan. Huh. Well, something broke. Ah, there we go. That's right, so we've got it pressed that far. I've now just got to try to get it to go a bit further. Okay, right, so I need to find something which I can get in here and use on my extremely precarious press. Right, so I've got a bolt in between the two. I think that's relatively well centered, not perfect, but not too bad. We're going to see if we can get it to come a bit further up. And there we've got it. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, I'm pleased that's come out. So we can see how rusty, there we can see how rusty this is. So we'll give that a bit of a clean. Now this is meant to be in here, and in here there's a clip, a circlip type thing. Can I get light on there? There we go. Okay, so that ball is meant, this ball is meant to be in there, like on this side. Yeah, so you can see it there, and it's meant to actually move. So we're going to have to get that out somehow, get it off here, and get it in there somehow. We've got some pretty strong magnets here, but we'll get all the grease out of here, clean it up, and then see where to go from there. And in fact, I mean, you know, try cleaning this off a bit as well. Okay, so this is off. I just did it, I had put a bit of rag around it and then used some pliers and twisted. So that's come off, and then I've been trying to work out how I get the ball back in here, and this felt I pushed out, so the felt goes in between. I don't know how easy it is to see there, but oh, bloody, all the magnets and it's rolling and everything. Right, so the felt the felt that goes between the clip and the base, and I can't work out how to get that clip out at the moment. I don't want to break that, so I'm going to go away and do some thinking, and I'm also going to see if I can buy a new one of these to rivet in here, because this one is obviously busted. Okay, we're making progress though. Well, the clip's out, it's just not in very good condition. You can see it's not in there any longer. Right, so I've been trying to give these a bit of a clean, and you saw how hard, oh maybe you didn't actually, but you can see that now spins nicely on there. So whereas of course before it was really rusted solid, so I think friction is probably my problem, or was, at least I hope it was. So when I put this on here, that all spins nicely. Okay. If I stick this through here, I have the problem obviously of the magnet, but that is fine. This on here is fine. I don't know if maybe I should try a bit more, but I've been using some 500 grit both on the stem, going around it like that. But I've also gone inside the ball, like that. Okay, so I've cleaned it up as relatively well, and it's gone from completely not moving to, well, I mean, it will go up and down and all of that kind of stuff. I don't have a solution for this clip, which I managed to destroy, and I can't find anything like it, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But what I thought I might just try is to put it back together without that. Oh. Okay, and just test it to see if I can get it to work like that. So I thought I might try that. Probably a really stupid idea, but you know, when have I not done stupid ideas? So that's what I'm going to do. I very clearly don't understand how this works, so when I do that, nothing. But if I bring this against the body, great, won't work for me now. Oh. There we go. Okay, so when I have it earthed, and that goes really rather nicely. So there's something in there, because clearly this doesn't move to do that earthing. There's clearly something in there that's wrong. Right, I'm going to get the other one out again and just check that. And I have the same thing here, so when it's like this, nothing, but So it's down to how that circuit gets made that I just don't follow. Right, I'll have another go trying to work it out. So I'm trying to understand here the wiring around the blower unit. So this section here, 114, is the air conditioning unit for TR7. Obviously mine doesn't have an air conditioning unit. Just here, it just has the blower unit. And that's what this is. 115 is the heater stroke blower unit, so just there. So this has something that's earthed going along a resistor and in, and then it has another one going in. So 116 is the thermostat, and then the other side 115, so which is the blower unit. So if we follow this wire back, we can see it comes in here. 97 is a Eureka wire, and we follow that. Up to number 4. And number 4 is the starter motor. So we've got this side coming from the starter motor, and then this side coming from 123 through that resistor, up here, along down, number 16, what's number 16? The radio, that's not right. Right, let's follow that again. Should be something for us here. Oh, there we are, yeah. Sorry, so it comes in here, through this, up. And then we are into the ignition switch. So we've got from the starter motor and from the ignition switch. And so somewhere there must be a switch and it probably is here, 123. What's 123 called? Air conditioning relay. Somewhere there's a switch that is defining the speed it goes at. Okay. So I don't see that particularly being earthed twice in any way. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the actual harness and see if we can see what's going on. Right, so Kevin Hill has very kindly tried to come to my rescue, and we'll see how we get on. And he has sent me the correct wiring for the blower unit, so that's really rather nice. And he's also sent me, you remember the clip that I had that broke? He's sent me one of those as well, just there. So we're going to try now sticking this onto the blower unit so that the wires are correct, and see if that allows us to get it working. I have to say, it looks like something else must go in here. I mean, obviously that connects to the main harness, okay, but I don't know which bits here will connect where. And this one, the black, I assume must be earth, that goes into the heater unit and is just clipped on. Just a clipping look. Just wondering if there's some sort of circuitry connecting this up on the circuit in some way, but it doesn't look like it. This is contact cleaner. No, so that's still just, so that goes into the blower unit. Oh, this is so irritating. Okay, trying to just be sensible about this. So I brought the blower unit up, and so this is clearly how it, I think, goes. So I've assumed, I mean, black must be the earth, so I've got earth coming in here, I've got positive coming in here, okay, and there's clearly something going on. So we got then I put the two short wires, as we can see, onto the blower unit here, and then the long ones obviously come around the back, and over here, if I just tip it a bit, we've got the switch, okay, and the three positions, 1, 2 and 3, and we've also got an earth at the back. So I've put those in place, okay. So, and I've got this in the maximum position. That only affects this, that moves that, and this one opens and closes this. So this is the only one that actually has any power to it. And then over here I've got my power set up, alright, but it's still not turning. So I think maybe, you know, this unit isn't actually earthed, even though the earth is going to here. So I could do that by going from here, from the earth where I've already got it earthed, back to earth. Okay, but that's not doing it. So I'm just going to run through some of these connections and make sure that I'm getting power where I expect to. So we have here my voltmeter. Okay, so I think that if I unplug this and stick this in here, and negative, so I should have more volts than I do there. Okay, so directly across the battery I'm fine, but here I'm getting nothing to it. Alright, so let's just try the other one. Okay, and so to this one I'm getting plenty. Alright, so to the one, let's just try these the other way around, make sure that doesn't make a difference. Okay, so that's not made any difference. So I'm getting power to the one, but not the one that is coming back from the switch, clearly. So if we just try seeing if we got any power to any of those, nothing to that one. That one's good, and nothing to that one. So we can see when I come to my first switch, we're getting full power to that. Oh, that's interesting. Now, why on earth is that happening? That's on my earth over here. Why on earth would my earth be getting a full set of volts? Right, I went and found my original bit of wiring loom for this, which isn't quite as bad as I'd thought it was, and I had labelled, and it has here where the switches are, the one that seems to have power to it all the time, to the middle one, the earth to the earth obviously, and then the other two, it's got them specified, the green and yellow at the top and the other one to the bottom. So with that in mind, I'm thinking the way we get the additional power up here must be this switch connects across the two units and says, well, if I'm down in first position, let's pull the power up here and down here, and if I'm in the second position, we'll stick to here, and if we're in the third, then we'll pull it up this way and down, or something like that. And that then brings it back to the resistor unit, or whatever this is, to specify how much power is going through. So one of these, this one, always has the 12 volts, which I guess means that this one here, right, so one of these always has the 12 volts, this one. So this one must bring in the 12 volts when we're in position 3, because that's the colour of the wire down there. And similarly, this one, which is the green and yellow, which is at the top, must bring it in here, because that's the colour of the wire there. Or something like that. And that must then direct how much goes through this. Okay, so I continued playing with that for a good half hour, trying to work out the wiring and sort it out. I'm not going to show you all of that video because I haven't looked at it yet, and I think I need to go back and redo it and actually work out what goes on, because I still haven't got it working. So I know that both my fan units work when, for want of a better word, I short it, which obviously isn't what's going on, but when I have power connected to the case, it all works. So and as long as that's earthed as well. So why that should be, I don't know. But clearly the resistor unit has 3 settings, and presumably when the power's going to the 3rd setting, it's actually bypassing the resistor in some way. When it's going to the 1st setting, it's forcing it down a high resistance or something like that. But it's something like that is going on. I just need to work it out and then work out how I need to get it earthed properly, because it's not. So I'm going to take another look at that, although I might do something else first. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I actually thought taking apart the motor was quite interesting, and quite nice to see how that works and clean it off. It was good to discover that it does all work on both of them, and I now just need to work out how to make it work properly when I need it. All right, see you next time on Henry's Garage.